Whatever this person just did, just exposed the fuck out of their true colors. All of those manipulative ass tactics, all that gaslighting, all everything like that is no longer working. You're no longer going for the okey doke. That you seeing that clear as day just brought you so much damn clarity that it's out of this world. It's out of this world. Because the only reason why you were sitting there in that loop and so fucking confused was because you lacked clarity. The only reason why you were so in pain and the only reason why you were so hurt was because you lacked clarity. Now that you see what the fuck that motherfucker was doing, it's like, oh my God, that's why I was feeling like this. That's why this was going on. That's why, yes, 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 yes. You see, that's the art of manipulation. You see, when manipulators manipulate, they don't expect to be running into an empath. They don't expect to run into somebody who will eventually realize that they're being manipulated because manipulators in this world, in this society, they win. Why do you think they made books like the 48 Laws of Power and all this other type of stuff? You know what's crazy? Every single time I see that book and I think about reading, it's just something in my spirit. It's like I kind of don't want to read this. It just feels manipulative. Just from the things out and saw on the internet and stuff like that. I'm not really messing with it. Like my spirit regurgitates the book. However, you see a lot of people, going around flaunting it, telling people, oh, you should read this, no, no, don't do it to other people, but you should do it so you should know it. And like I said, a lot of people have in this society manipulative and narcissistic traits underlying and rooted inside of their code, inside of their being. And since it's the mass majority of the society that's doing it, TV, news, the politics, all this other type of stuff, of course, we're going to see that pop up in not only our dating, our relationships with friends, family, and everything else, which means typically you're not going to see it when it happens because of how normal it is, because you think it's just life. You feel me? You think shit's just fucked up, You just think like struggle love is normal and all this other type of stuff. When I'm not saying struggle love isn't normal, but to what extent? You feel me? Because if you're struggling with a motherfucker by choice, that's one thing. But if they had to put some ism, if they had to put something in your ear in order for you to get to that level, then that wasn't necessarily a choice. That was your thought process being influenced. And then you were going to suffer thinking that it was your own thought process and your own choices, not knowing that it was the choices of that person. But they just wasn't aware. You just wasn't aware that you were making moves in your life based upon what they wanted, not what you wanted, which is why you was left feeling so drained, which is why you were left feeling pissed off all the goddamn time, which is why certain things in your life wasn't working, is because you were being manipulated. But the moment that you gained clarity, the moment that you got word, and the moment that you saw what was actually happening, it changed that situation tenfold, because you're no longer fucking confused. Now you're like, oh, I know what you're doing. I know why this isn't working. Oh, I know why I felt like this. Wait, now I can kind of see the solution. Now I can kind of see the problem. Oh, wait, I wasn't stuck. I just wasn't. Oh, yes. Oh, it was them. It was them. You need to be thanking God. You need to be thanking God that this clarity God gave to you, because there's so many motherfuckers who didn't get this clarity. And they're falling victim to it. They're falling victim to the headspace. They're falling victim to the manipulation because they didn't get the clarity that they needed to make another move, make a different decision. When God blessed you with that clarity, it was because he knew that you had the power to make something from it. Like, yo, it's oh my God. It's when you finally wake up, it's a true wake up call. It's not one of those things like, oh, I wake up, now I'm super duper happy. It's like, oh, I'm woke. My eyes are open. Okay. Now we can get the party started. It's it's kind of hard to do anything, manifest, build, find love, and all this other type of stuff with your eyes closed, because something could be standing right in front of you and you won't see it. The moment your eyes open, you're like, why was I staring at the wall? All I gotta do is turn around. Bingo. Just like that. Just like that. Just off you opening your eyes, just off having the clarity that you were facing the wrong way. Now you know you can turn away. But if your eyes were closed, you were just standing there, you didn't know that that was an empty wall. There was just a blank wall in front of you. So of course you're gonna suffer from your own ignorance, and that's what this motherfucker wanted you to do. She, whoever wanted you to suffer to your ignorance. They don't know. They don't know no better. They're gonna go for the okey doke. I can think 10 steps ahead. I can outsmart them. I can outplay them with my game, with my ism, with my wisdom, with my intelligence, with my persona, with my with my charisma, with whatever the fuck that they use to get over people. They thought that they can use that to get over you, and it didn't work because you were protected by the divine and you're empath. Damn. That's a cold, you feel me? Like that's a cold combo to run into. Somebody who feels what you're doing. They don't have to see anything. They don't have to be told anything. They got it in their dreams. They feel it in their spirit. We feel it in our bones. And we're protected by God. So all the things that get sent to us with negative energy, it gets sent back to senders tenfold. Those type of things is real things when you're dealing with somebody who is spiritually protected. When somebody who's not dealing with the same karmic debt that you're dealing with. When some people are more elevated in the ways of karmic debt. So some people have more curses and more trauma and more things to let go before they can vibrate at the level of some other people. These are empaths. You feel me? The ones protected by the divine, the ones literally great, like just literally blessed. When you have that type of anointing over your life and over your spirit, you have to be very careful of the motherfuckers that you even let talk to you, that you even listen to on social media, anything. Because you never know what spirit is using what tool and what platform to get into your motherfucking ear and plant the wrong seed in it. Ultimate discernment. But the fact that you just got clarity from this, your discernment's at an all-time high right now. Your discernment has never been better. Your intuition has never been better. You're able to look at people now. You're able to look at different situations and read them like a fucking book. However that is for you, whether that's meditating, journaling. Mine is journaling. I'll sit there and read somebody like I'm sitting there with tarot cards out, and it's nothing but my mind and my feelings, and be spot on. That's that intuition. You want to know why it's so high right now? Because of the season we just had to go through where it was nothing but people coming back and forth from every other direction trying to manipulate us. I'm getting hot. It's getting spicy. I'm pushing this out. They wanted us to suffer. They wanted us to drown in that pressure. They wanted us to die in that heat. And we didn't fold. You didn't fold because of the protection that God had over your life from the moment before you were born. Actually, their manipulation isn't working. And the fact that you just had to go through that, it just gave you so much more wisdom. You will never allow yourself to fall that low again. You won't, mark my words, you will never fall that low again. I know it's kind of hard to believe that and kind of hard to see that and kind of hard to accept that right now because you're still in the midst of releasing and healing that shit. But I'm telling you, you're not going to experience that type of low again in your life because you went through it already. Some people don't figure these things out until it's too late, if they even figure it out. You figured it out. You're never going to experience that again, and that, let alone, is the blessing. That, let alone, is the gift. Your discernment, your wisdom, your intuition being strengthened and gave back to you after a season of doubting yourself, allowing the opposition to take control of your mind. So with that being said, man, I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. I'm going to see y'all in the next video. My one-on-ones down in the description as well as my books. I'm going to see y'all later, man. Peace.